time again. So finished with the hospital. In fact, I thought they forgot all about me because I was sat in that room for so long. But basically, good news, bad news kind of thing. They said I'm going to have another operation on my leg. And they said to choose which leg to have an operation on, which confused me. So they said my good leg, they could take 20 mil off it, so so much, and fuse it, or put the metal cage back on, which I previously had on and was very painful, and try and lengthen the leg. So I've got some thinking to do, and the best time for thinking is during flying. Let's go for the fly, without GoPro this time actually, just DVR footage. Let's go. I've got a big delivery from DHL. I think this is from Bangor. Let's get it opened. Emax RS2205 red bottoms. Thank you very much. Machine. Damn it. Blade 185 FPV drone RTF. Mode 2 left throttle. That's good. Good, because I am a mode 2er. Product review coming up soon. T-Motor sent me their brand new F30s, which are 2800 kV. Very small, as you can see here, and they've got their hollow shaft. Yeah, I got these last week and I chucked it onto the thrust bench to have a quick go. And immediately I had sync issues, so unfortunately I wasn't able to complete the video. Sorry if you can hear my children laughing in the background here. They're just out, it's summertime, and they're having a sleepover. But that wasn't all they sent me. They sent me a bunch of others, so you can see we've got these bad boys here, 2200 kV F60s as well. So again, they need to go onto the thrust bench. And finally, some others. The black ones, what are the F60 2450 kV. These definitely feel a bit heavier than the others. Yep. But they all follow a similar pattern and build, really. So watch out for them coming up in the future. Oh, not forgetting this as well. Bought this, obviously, myself. No one sent me this. The Inductrix. It's a funny name. But basically, if anyone's been on the internet within the last 2 weeks, you will have seen many people getting these and sticking a little FPV camera on there. So that's the plan for this. Get flying around, basically with what they call a tiny whoop. So maybe we'll do some video on that. Oh, in fact, I've got it out already. Tiny little machine, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in fun. Oh wait, I haven't finished. Plenty more things to show you. Something from Aerocraft. I don't know how you pronounce this. The Karu X1. But it's a cool looking frame. I've got one built up ready here. Kind of Shendrone's Krieger-like. But with one major difference. We can see we have the battery that sits on the back rather than on the bottom, and I think this will actually help. I've stopped flying my Shendrones at the moment because I've been flying the Bumblebee a lot more. So we'll get this set up with some of these motors and things that I've got here. See what happens. Whoop. And another frame, Fossil Stuff Gravity 250. This was sent to me quite a while ago now. Unfortunately, I just haven't got round to doing a video review on this. But again, I'll be bringing that out soon. So my apologies to Fossil Stuff for not getting this out soon enough. But I'll get it done soon. And some cameras. Runcam saw my last video where I was reviewing, was it the Swift? Is Swift? Yeah, the Swift. Because it didn't have the IR blocked on it and I didn't kind of like it, so I stopped using it. So they got in touch and said, hey, we'll send you an IR blocked one, which I've just dropped on the floor. Whoops. And we'll give that a spin. And also what came today is the new OWL Plus. So this is meant for flying at night time, I guess. I've not actually used it before. So we will stick that on a machine and try out some night flying then. Oh, and one more thing. This is the HPIGUY. I've had this since December. Sorry, again, it's taken so long, but I need to build this and do something with it. I may end up giving it away as part of a competition or something, or just a giveaway. You don't really need a competition. But this was provided by fugframes.com, Stefan at Fugframes. So maybe I'll build it up and we can talk about it, and then maybe I'll send it on to one of you lucky people out there. I think I've come to a decision regarding my leg, that is. I've got one good leg. It doesn't make sense to play around with that anymore. I'm going to have the operation on my bad leg and get the metal cage put back on again. Now, recently I was out in the park and I came across the first real negative person towards drones. And I was out flying the mini quad, and this guy came bounding across the park and started talking to me, well, moaning at me before I'd even landed. I explained to him, just give me a second, I'll land and I'll be able to speak to him. Now, he was really kicking off big time and actually accused me of looking through his window with my mini quad, and he was that deluded. He was saying if that had a camera on there, you'd be able to see everything in my room. Now, his flat or apartment were kind of backed onto the park. In fact, it was in the park. There was no boundary. I could walk straight up to his window and stick my face up against it if I really wanted to see in there. But when he accused me of actually looking through his window, or potentially looking through his window with the quad, I kind of lost my rag a bit. And it was during that time where I put a video up and I shared some of my kind of deeper feelings, shall we say. And yeah, obviously emotions were running high at that time, and I kicked off on him a little bit more than I should have, really. So maybe I should have apologised. But basically, he was threatening to call the police on me and everything for just flying the quad in the park, and he says I'm going to kill someone. Anyway, I'll just show you a little bit of the footage, not all of it, because I'm kind of a bit stressed out about it all, and I'd rather just forget it.
You're flying that in a totally unsafe manner.
Why is it unsafe?
Because there's people walking
Yeah, so what am I doing? I'm waiting for people to...
You're scaring all of the bird life. You're coming right beside my window.
Which is your window?
That's my window there.
Right, so I'm not actually anywhere near that.
You are. You're taking
I've
it
come
right
round
across
these bushes.
The
here.
other side of those trees.
So I'm not near
and it's
your
whizzing
window.
right
I'm not
past
near
my
your
window. If you had a camera on that, you'd be looking inside my window.
Why would I want to look inside your window?
I have no idea, but you've no right to do it.
Get a grip of yourself. Do you think I'm going to look through your window, mate?
You've no
Don't
right.
accuse me of that. Don't accuse me of that.
Well, don't
I'm flying
fly.
in a park. People come over, I fly over there. Like you came over, I moved away.
Look, I'll
What's...
let the police call.
Well, call the police, you bellend. You absolute bellend. In the park, flying around with a toy, and you're going to call the police.
What are you doing?
Well, I look forward to the police. Why is it wrong? What you're doing is wrong, is coming over and kicking off at me instead of being civilised. You wasn't civilised. You're not looking through my window with a camera. Get a grip of
What I'm
yourself.
saying to you is, you could have been looking through my window with a camera.
Really? Really?
Yes.
And what would be the point of me looking through your window?
I have no idea.
Do you think if I was up to something bad or something, that I'd be ripping around the car? I'd be people
outside the window.
I could stand here and look through your window.
Well, you couldn't see
Look,
in.
I could walk right up to your window and look right in.
It has nothing to do with the window.
So this has got nothing to do with your window then, has it? Honestly.
Look, there's no need to be aggressive.
No, you see, you're going to call the police over me flying around the park.
Yes, it's dangerous.
It's not dangerous.
You're flying dangerously low.
It's not dangerously low. It's better to be low than up in the air, isn't it?
Well, no.
Yes, it is.
Not when there's people.
If people walk across, if people come over here, then I go over there. I fly over there. If too many people come, I land and sit and wait. I've been waiting 15 minutes for everyone to go.
It's not safe what you're doing.
It is safe.
What happens if that control of yours fails?
It turns off. That's what it does. It's called a fail-safe. If it loses control, which it won't because it can go several miles, it will turn itself off and just fall wherever it is.
You're saying you're quite happy flying that around when there's people walking dogs and there's children
What
around.
did I just say? Did I just say that I sit here and wait 15 minutes if I have to for everyone to
I've
clear?
seen you flying when there's
You
children
came across.
walking.
You came
I've
across
been watching
then.
you
So I flew
last
over
night
there.
and tonight.
And so why didn't you come and say something last night?
Because I didn't think you'd be coming back.
Well, it's a public park. I'm allowed to do it.
Not with that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Don't be aggressive. There's
I'm
no
not being.
need.
Listen, I'm not being aggressive. I'm just frustrated. It's the first time. I've been doing this for years. Absolute years. You're the first person to come up and be negative towards me. You are the first
You've
person.
been doing it for years here.
Yeah, not for here. I've been
No,
down
you
that
haven't.
park, all the other parks. Only recently in this park.
Do you know,
And I'm allowed to do it.
I've never seen a bird since you've been doing that.
Oh, since yesterday. You haven't seen a bird
No,
since yesterday.
today, since you put it up.
Since, oh my god. You can hear the birds.
I know, they're all in the
Mate,
bloody
you're just
trees.
looking for
He's actually not doing
excuses.
nothing wrong.
Beg your pardon?
He's not doing nothing wrong.
Okay. Well, in that case, there's no issue.
There is no
Exactly,
issue.
So go back to your flat and leave him alone.
to fly a little drone on it, he's doing nothing wrong. Why the fuck would you want to fucking windows?
You're the first person in 4 years to be negative.
Okay,
Do you know that?
I've not come out for trouble. I just came
Yeah,
out
well,
to ask you to
just
stop.
go back
that's
into your
all.
flat. He's not
And
harming
it-
no one.
Hey,
We're the
You're
ones in the
wasting
park.
I'm
He's
not
the
even
time,
talking
man.
to you guys.
You're
I'm
wasting our
talking to this
time
gentleman.
causing shit over there. Just go back to your flat.
I'm not going to get involved in this, okay?
Yeah, that's
Fair
what
enough.
I'm doing.
Fair enough.
I've not come over to be aggressive or
I know, but it's when you start saying, well, we'll let the police decide this. Well, the police will come here and go, it's flying a toy in the park.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So yeah, maybe I was a little harsh on the guy, but my mind wasn't in the right place at the time, and he did come across the park screaming at me before I landed, and then took off my goggles and started speaking to him. I probably could have kept my cool a little bit more, but yeah, as I say, I just wasn't in the right frame of mind at that time to be taking kind of his abuse. So anyway, that's just kind of what happens these days. Media, unfortunately, is criminalising drones all the time. So if anyone sees anything flying these days, everyone starts questioning it and saying you're doing illegal things, or you can't do that, you can't do this. What you don't hear is the guy, as he's walking up to me, saying you have to leave this park. I mean, he has no right to tell me to leave the park. So that's what kind of got my back up as well. But you know, this is just more and more common now. There was a recent video by SFPV, where he was flying in a dirt field, crashed, and then you see a woman walk over from quite far away, she starts recording, saying, "Oh my god, this drone just almost hit me." Stops recording, takes a picture, and then sticks the mini quad up atop and tries to walk off and actually steal the drone. Fortunately, the guy comes up and actually questions her about it, and then she gets very aggressive and says, "You almost killed me, blah 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 blah." And then the police come and things. I'll put a link in the description to this video because it is kind of interesting, and you can kind of see the way things have been going for mini quad pilots because of the, well, from what I reckon anyway, from the bad media that has been going out with drones, missing planes, this, that, the other. Anyway, that's all for today's vlog. It's been a bit long, but there's not much I can do about that. As I showed you earlier, there's plenty of products to come. I'm going to have to get to work on them now. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon.